Sorry, almost forgot. I've just gone in, not with a good enough entry signal, if I'll be honest. I was waiting for the order breakout below, which I think will happen with this candle. If I just show you here, or maybe the next candle. But the context is the reason I did that is because there's massive movement downwards. We've broken past that. We don't have a supply zone since like, we don't have another demand zone for a long, long time. Let me just go daily show you. Yeah, not that long. All this. Yeah, and we're basically there. We pushed off it right there. And similarly, we're gonna have one there. Here. But you look at this move down and the news, to be honest, it looks like to open sharply lower, and that's in 2 minutes. So didn't want to miss that. I'll keep this video going a little bit longer. Let's see how the market actually opens. This was the pre-market. 8:30 to 9:30 is pre-market. 1 minute. Oh, and it went back up. And I opened a larger position size than usual. Very, very bad. I know the mistakes I made, but it's big news, man. This is a news day. Look at that, and then sweet. I don't want to explain. This is a mistake. I should be punished for this, but I don't think I will be. With the news days, you know, is it that bad to? We got Powell's speech as well, which I think will actually go lower. I went 0.55 loss. That's the biggest trade I've taken so far, and it was the orb flip trade when we unvalidated the initial move, and we ended up going the other way. I was like, oh, done deal now. So I like doubled up almost what I normally put into a trade. Big mistake the way it turned out to be. Anyway, here we go. See, as a beginner, I'm realizing that you can set these rules and want to stick by them. Then there's not enough experience behind you, not enough of these losses behind you to implement that rule every single time, to stick by it every single time. Why would I enforce this rule when it's a news day, you know? And the news is telling me we're about to go down. I should probably follow. It's probably holds more value than my rule that I made up after a bit of studying and hardly any trading. I've been trading a couple of weeks, so it's hard. It's hard. But I know what everyone said, and I know intuitively at some level that you have to stick to your strategy, make the strategy and stick to it. If you're constantly making too many decisions, you're opening up the chances to lose more. There's more roll to the dice. I like to think of the decisions I would make with informed by something valid would justify them. But is this valid or is it not valid? Trying to retaliate, yeah. Let's look at it. You, you fuck off. I can't even trade the E-mini, unfortunately. Yeah, why don't I? US stocks were set to open sharply lower on Friday, signaling another round of sell-off on Wall Street after China imposed fresh tariffs on all US goods in response to Trump administration's sweeping levies, escalating a global trade war. China's finance ministry said it would impose additional tariffs of 34% on all US goods from April 10th after US after US President Donald Trump raised tariff barriers to the highest level in more than a century this week. The tariffs have sent shockwaves through the global financial markets, raising fears of a worldwide economic downturn and sharp price hikes across sectors in the world's biggest consumer markets. US listings of Chinese companies dived in pre-market trading. Okay, yeah, at 8:47 a.m. Futures tracking the tech-heavy Nasdaq 100 were down 2.6. Yeah. The volatility index, known as Wall Street's fear gauge, hits its highest level since August 2024. We're beginning to see the inevitable retaliation from the global trade partners of the United States. The risk is that this tips the recession scare into a full-blown recession, said Ben Leidler, head of equity strategy at Bradesco. Companies with exposure to China fell across the board, with mega caps such as Apple falling 4.7%, Nvidia losing 3.4%, and Amazon lost 6%. The benchmark S&P 500 dropped 4.8% on Thursday, its largest one-day percentage decline since June 2020. After Trump imposed a 10% tariff on most imports into the United States and much higher levies on dozens of other countries. Tech heavy comes 6% down from its session, its biggest one-day drop since the height of the pandemic fueled sell-off in March 2020. U.S. bank stocks dropped further. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Cool. Non-farm payrolls increased by 228,000 jobs last month after a downward revised 117,000 rise in February. Economists had forecasted payrolls advancing by 135,000 jobs. Focus will also be on Fed Chair Jerome Powell's speech at 11:25 a.m. Eastern Time for clues on the path of interest rates. Traders continue to anticipate a more accommodative policy from the U.S. Central Bank with money market future pricing in cumulative. Sorry, somebody's getting an interview in the house at the moment. So, in cumulative rate cuts of 110 basis points by the end of this year, compared with about 75 basis points a week earlier. In the process of reactions, the market is actually pricing in the risk. Boom. So that wouldn't have been it. This new one is going in the right direction. I would have bought something here. But I think I'm going to be rewarded for my bad behavior. Ooh, thinking, should I add to my position if we get past? Yes, big wick. We're in it now. So these are the two that we're gonna have to contend with. That is huge. That's too much. And I would be up here if I took up a space. So that's what we're contending with at the moment. And it kind of continues. I don't know if this is based on this whole thing, this whole thing here. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's not 6.5% of this market. See, we've already experienced some of that. See, if five would have closed above, according to their revised rules, 500 rules, he would have bought, right? I wonder what's going on with my trades, baby. Today and yesterday, it might have been a big flop. 15 minute, we never actually went above it. And we never actually closed above it. And now we're about to close underneath it, underneath this in 15 minute. Well, he would have flipped with the 5 minute. He would have flipped, right? Or not just yet. He's about to flip, and this happened. He's gonna flip. When they do 9:30 anyway, they're gonna be in this direction. I'm just early. It's gonna be hundreds of dollars today. I anticipate this is gonna clear. If it starts coming back, I might just take profits, but this is gonna clear. It's just the first hour of the market. All right, I'm excited. Um, even if it gets down here, where did I buy? 145. Down here is big. If we can get it down here, it's big. We can get it down there, it's solid. It'll be up 100 and something dollars for me. If we can break through here, I mean, we should dip all the way back down, provided. I mean, it's this whole thing is democracy. This whole thing. That doesn't really matter. That the local low here, this matters because this is a 15-minute demand zone now. Yeah. So this, let's mark that. So why not? Wrong button. Why do I have to fix it? It's fine. It's fine, but I have to fix it. Fix. Okay, I'll be back. There's no reason to keep recording all of this. Yep, just to say, 15-minute demand zone here, and this entire situation, this entire thing, because we've been up so much, this is a demand zone, an untested demand zone for the most part. Obviously, this is very much tested. We're well within it. We're gonna go. There's a wick from this, like that went from here all the way down to here, where another legitimate demand zone begins. So I don't know. Although I should actually, right? I should know. With a drop base rally, it's not really a drop. It is a drop. A drop base rally. The Gotta open somewhere. Yeah. This had the lowest wick of the entire formation.
What are
So,
we talking of? The blind in the C is made on a base and a rally. So the proximal line is drawn at the highest candle body in the base. All right. Lowest price of the entire drop base rally. You see again, as an example, you see in a preferred version, the proximal line never changes. It's at the highest body.
yeah. Oh, you can't even see that. So I just watched a bit of the video where he explains this. Where Bernd Skorpinski explains about this. And guess what? It's the entire, it's the entire thing. Yeah, look. Low's fine. I mean, so this whole thing is a to balance on. What can we do? We play the cards that we are dealt, and I might have been early, right? That's what that means. I might get the punishment that I deserve after all. So this is another strategy out there that calls this a fair value gap, right? Anyway, let's see what happens. I'll be back. Okay, so I just closed. Um, we got out like $150 or something. Actually, let me just show you. Yeah, 152. And yeah, I'm happy with that for now. I do think we're going to keep going down, but there's this massive, massive wick on the upside. Um, yeah, so you know that gave me a clear enough indication before this candle closed. I got out. Now, if we go, we're about to go back up a little bit. Once we bounce off of the level, which I'm going to start marking out shortly, maybe on the 5 minute. Yeah, look, there's one here, kind of. There's one here for sure. That's become a supply room, right? 5 minutes plus. 15 minute, there must be not really. It's all the way up here. So yeah, we might mark this out. This might be the level that we get back in, but I'm looking to go back in on the downside. Yeah, and that's it. That's the little update. It's better if I don't just sit here and waffle. Uh, yeah. Okay. I really don't know if I should be doing this, but I'm gonna sell again. I'm gonna keep going down. We've slowed down quite a lot. I think we're gonna keep going down for the rest of the day. And if I don't do it now, we're gonna lose volume. We're aiming for about this level. Yeah, yeah, it's time. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. Because this has not been broken yet. It's been broken with a wick, but not by a closed count. Okay, not even a 5 minute. So if this next candle closes, this is called overtrading. Really, really wanting to overtrade. I had a great win earlier, and now I want more. And taking a needless risk. I know we're bearish. The market has turned to be bearish. This is now a supply zone. Wait, let me show you. This is now a supply zone. Yeah, there. It's a lower time frame supply zone, and we are in. Oh, this it's not a daily downtrend just yet, is it? Let's see. It's just beginning. This downtrend is just beginning. Like we came down to this level again. We whipped past it, and now we're going up. So now we can delete this as a supply zone. Highest spot in the out. Let's do preferred. This is also a little supply zone here, which we're struggling with. This is a little demand zone that we blew past. This is a little demand zone that we blew past. I mean, we're inside. We're inside both of these. That's the fight coming. See, now this trend line broke, and we're gonna go test this level and come back. And I should sell here. If it touches this, if it doesn't blow right through that, I would sell. Go. This supply zone is still being fought with. Why can't I see volume on this, man? This is so bad. Yeah, okay. Now you can see volume. It's a lot of volume just now. More than we had. That's a little here. Volume is still high. Might come back up. This, this. No, we got 5 minutes. And we're almost back at. I don't know. I don't know if I should do this. I do think we're gonna keep creeping though. I want that money. I'll be back. Okay, this is it. We came up to the last little supply zone and we're getting rejected off it. So we are going to move back down at least to this low, which is how much of which is money. So what I'm going to do is, it is a bit early, but it's okay. We're going to sell. It's a little early. I know it. Look, and it's getting rejected, but it will be fine. Even if it gets rejected, we come up here, we're going down. I'm pretty sure we're going down, even though momentum is now slowing. I thought that was because of volume. I might have made a mistake here. Thought momentum is slowing a little bit because volume should be going down now that it's the afternoon. Volume seems fine, seems very high actually, around the same levels as 9:30 in the morning. So there's just a lot of pushback. This is cheap for Nasdaq apparently. So yeah, let's see. I think my profit target will be here. I'm going to be managing this trade live, so I'm not going to put any in at the moment. Oh no, once again, you're looking at the wrong app. So yeah, this is what I was looking at. I'm talking about volume. Yeah, so my initial profit target will be here, but since I am watching the chart, I'm not actually putting it in. I imagine we're going to go much, much lower if we can break past this level. We've already disrespected the level. You know, this formed it, this big rejection, and then we broke into it a little bit. We tapped it, went down. So I might want to, if we see some pressure, we see some resistance from going through here, we will, or support, whatever. We we might close, and then we'll look to get back in when we're going back down. We're only going to go with the trend. We're only going to be selling Nasdaq for now. It's going okay so far, you know. If I open my trade, there we go. Yeah, and that's the level I closed at before. Came back and touched it. It's time to go back down. You know, broke through it, retest. Time to go back down. I think I've got it. I think I might ride this for days, even for the weekend, or even further into the week. Anyway, that's it. I will report back if anything changes, or when I'm about to close at least. Get back to working out. All right, we got some resistance here. Let me turn that off. Yeah, so at that same level, we're having some difficulty breaking through. So we're gonna close this position about $100. Not too shabby, not too shabby. And now we're gonna rinse and repeat. We're gonna try to do this again. Likely have a really small arc next time, and I think we'll break through this level next time. Not this time though. So that's my prediction. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I'm about to have dinner, and New York, it's about to be 4 p.m. soon. And another candle, and look, I think I'm gonna write this thing down. I might be flirting with overtrading today, but I mean, I called it, it looks right. There's another supply zone that was created just now, and we're rejecting off it just like I thought. So at least, I think we'll go further, but at least here, and this is around the area that my big supply zone. Where is it? NAS 100 FT. There it is. Big supply zone. I switched to that because it has volume and this one doesn't. It's gonna end. No, it's not. No, it's not. There's one. What's wrong with that? Yeah. So this has volume, big rejection off of the supply zone, off of the very recent fresh supply zone within the same time frame. Oh no, it's not within the same time frame. It's 5 minute. I'm gonna do it. Let's see. We're not gonna see a big reversal now. It's 4 p.m. You know. That's my thinking. We've got 2 minutes. Maybe give it a minute. Oh, I'm so hungry. Connected to the wrong thing.
All right, big rejection. It's not going back up. Let's do it. We did it. All right, I'm gonna have dinner, and I'm gonna be quick about it because I am scared. But yeah, that's that. See you soon. Okay, it's going well. It's going well. We've got another $150 there, which I'm gonna close in the next few minutes. Most likely, it seems like that's where the oh, is it on here? It's not on here. It seems like that's where the bounce is. It's gonna bounce back up. I don't know. I don't know. At some point, it's gonna stop. Did just have a strange little scare just now. I don't know what this means. But this just stopped. That was the last candle of the day, apparently. 4 p.m. So I guess this doesn't do aftermarket. What time is it on this one? Yeah, 6 p.m. That's that's not 4 p.m. Yeah, look, 4 it stopped. 6 p.m. it started again. Takes a break for a couple of hours. Yeah, look here as well. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but My one is definitely still going. What is the actual time? It's for the New York Stock Exchange. I just had some really spicy food. Sorry. That's what 9:30 to 4 or 4:30. Let me check. New York session. 5 p.m. Yeah, it's not 4. I might stick in, but no, I think I'm right to get out. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Again, I'm looking at the. Okay, sorry. I was looking at Trading View, and it's clearly not captured. Oh, it's such a good day today. Still noob with recording and trading. It's caught all the highs and lows somehow. It just was thanks to good technical analysis of supply zones. Yeah, touched that. This became another one. And now I think it's this, right? And the base and leg out. Yeah, now it's here. I mean, we can call it that just about. Yeah, well, decisive candle, two indecisive candles. What can't I? Oh, it's here. That's right. 15 and supply zone. Oh, well, inside this. I do just was. Oh, no, no, no. That's the next. We can get rid of that. This trend line seems to be holding for now. See what happens. Look at you, another 155. When is the market actually like fully closed? When does the market actually close? Let's see. Let's go ask AI. On Friday. Closing time for stock markets on Fridays depends on the region. The New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq close at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. No, I mean like after hours, when there's after hours trading, and on a Friday, at midnight, 8 p.m. in the United States after hours. It's trading typically after 8 p.m. Fridays. Extended trading period allows investors to react late and liquidity can be lower. So from 8 p.m. Eastern time until question mark. I was gonna ask something else, but there's no trade beyond that point on Friday. So I'm going officially closes until it reopens for pre-market trading on the next trading day, which would be Monday morning in this case. Pre-market trading starts at 4 a.m. Okay, got it. Now this wick makes me think, are we looking at the same thing? Yeah. This wick makes me think that we're gonna go up from here. Yeah, I was just having a look at any of these legs if we had a wick downwards and then continue going down. Yeah, kind of here and here. Let's respect this trend. In fact, let's go hit this daily amount zone. You can see yes, tech is now closed. That one's not closed, and that's the one with volume. This one's still going. Looks identical, I think. And doesn't have volume. I see markets. They have a prop trading account as well. They have a prop. See, I've in these lots since the 27th, I think was my first trade. Was it? My first trade was the 24th, so 2 weeks. Yeah. No, it wasn't. It's the 27th. Thursday last week. So like 1 week basically. I've managed to get more than 10%. Even without this trade, you know, as long as I don't lose a lot of money on this trade, I made 8%. With this trade, it would be like 20 or no. What am I talking about? It's 191, 150, yeah, about 15%, whatever. I think I want to do a prop firm challenge because I'm so good now. But it just makes sense because all of this money would have been, orders of magnitude higher. This would have been a few thousand rather than a few hundred. I don't know. I want to. If someone was watching, I would ask for advice, but I think I should because I'm risking more money. Look, I lost those couple that I lost. Let's see where my account was. And it doesn't tell. It does. There must be one, no? Commission fees for 4 weeks. Let's take a magic number comment. No, it's not there. Or wherever it was. I lost about 5%. Did I? $100 is 5%. I lost like 3 or 4%. At one point. It was 3 or 4% in growth. And that's acceptable. Oh god. I'll put chili flakes in it. It's already hot. I'll put chili flakes in it. Is that a problem? Let's see here. There's 6 minutes left, and how's the science slowing down? But pushing past it, it looks like. We're struggling here. Let's look on here. That's going to be a new supply zone. And this is also a new supply zone. That was 115. And line. This is going to be one. Oof, we're past 200. We're hanging out past 200. Let's see. Let's see how much it would be. Around 100. Would that invalidate it? It would. I wouldn't hold on, would I? Uh, 3 minutes. Here we go. This is the new local low, new lower low, and we're gonna pull out. We might keep going. We're pushing back towards the end of the candle. We might keep going. Let's go. Right now, what time is it? It's 4:30, right? Yeah. Yeah. I keep doing. I can't believe that. I've changed this many times, many times, and Every time I look at the time in the UK, 5 hours before this. All right. I mean, it's no fun recording this. I thought I was about to come out because of that wick. We we continue. So should have a little box for me up the whole time. Yeah, we don't get flagged for being bare chested, man. All right, it's 1 minute. Let's hold on for a second. Let's see what happens here. I mean, who knows? So we had this wick, right? Monday was buying pressure, and it seems like a lot of those buys are gone now. Well, those buys are gone now because now we've gone down, and there's more buys here. And let's see where that would be. Daily, stop far, August. All right, that's the demand zone. Yeah. Yalla, daily D. Yeah, that's where that pressure's coming from. Let's see what happens. Volume is still high, I guess, for like half an hour. Let me put something in my tracker. Shit, that's it. That's it. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. It's a teeny tiny wick there. I don't know if I should be out. I think we might turn right around. But, you know, I'm not- yeah, we're basically touching the daily demand zone, and I hate a touch point. And yeah, like the wider, we're already inside the wider. I mean, if we lose some of that perceived profit, it's fine. So this is the lowest. This is the. Let's make it Scion and 15. And hopefully it should just be there and it'll go back down. So I'll go back in. I'm gonna ride this thing until the wheels fall off. You know, today's been a extremely good day because I think fig I didn't figure something out, but let's look at the supply and demand zones on the way down. Follow the orb at the beginning and the supply and demand stuff. Mr. Sensei Skoropinski, you're absolutely right, man. All of this is working out like clockwork over and over again today. We saw like pixel perfect touches and some breakthroughs, but we saw exactly where we were supposed to be looking at, you know. And if it was just a resistance, if it was just a single line, this line wouldn't be here. Let's see where it would be actually. If it was a higher time frame, yeah, that line would be all the way down there, and I would have missed this. I'm starting to see as well, they're a bit fuzzy, these levels, because there's so many people trading. It's not, and that's the benefit of a supply and demand zone. You're marking out a zone where that price action happened, you know, according to this guy's rules, which makes sense, but any of them are fairly arbitrary. It's just objectively superior to a line which marks the bottom of a move or the top of a move because that area is going to have unfulfilled orders, right? That whole area is like even here, it's not going to be just this is the moment everyone turned around and there's nobody else buying except unless you get to 94 cents, right? So it's good to have a little fuzz around it. And for me, what I've kind of learned is if you're yeah, if you're approaching an area and you start to see the resistance, it means that those orders, that area was marked by other people or institutions, but most likely other people that when it gets here, I'll buy, sort of thing, right? So that's why they started turning around a little bit early because people marked it out and went. And yeah. So yeah, it's a slightly different way of looking at the analysis. Hmm. Yeah, it's no big takeaway. I called the right move at the beginning, and then each retracement. I call. Yeah, that was at 4 p.m. What does that mean? Why does that say 4 p.m.? I am confused. Oh, okay, this is TU Prime's timing, which I can't change for some reason. Yeah, that was. Let me show you. I was here, and this happened. I didn't. Oh, well, yeah, we're still within the range. I'll just mark it out. Yeah, that was the range. We broke through here, and I I bought, what's that thing? Yeah, that was the range. I bought before we broke out the range because it's a news, that's right. Yeah, it was bearish news and the tariffs thing, and I thought, I know we're going down, at least a little bit. Right? And then when I saw this big wick, I'm out. That's a good little chunk of change, but I think I did that really well. This went up. I could have sold here. I did think about it, about coming back up to this shelf here. Could have started selling off here, but I didn't. Let it go down on the retracements. Caught it perfectly, luckily enough. And here got out early. Yeah, one candle early. Brilliant. Another 100 and something. And then, yeah, and I only traded with the trend. That's that was good because I lost money against the trend in the last week or so. But that's um, what I've been trading for a week. So yeah, worst case, if I had sold and it turned on me, I mean worst case, but it turned on me and come back up, you know, touch these levels and come back down again. You have these steps. I think I caught the bottom here as well. Now we're up almost, was it 10% of 200? Almost 20%, like 17% something, right? That's good for a week. I think I'm gonna do a prop firm challenge. Let's figure out. I think funded next is up there. There's a few others up there. Let's figure it out. Anyway, that's enough. Peace.